Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony. We've got the Nintendo Switch, Switch 2, Xbox, Sony PlayStation, but there's also the PC, all of which are gaming platforms. PCs are used for lots of other things, and depending on the PC you have, it may not be very well suited for gaming, but there are specifically gaming consoles, and unfortunately, this has led to gaming console fanboys. And I can tell you right now, despite what you've heard, no, it's not actually possible to be a PC fanboy, and I'm going to explain why.
Oh yeah, baby!
I'm Fox with RealMarcFoxx. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoy this content, like it, subscribe, and leave a comment below. So why do I say that it's not possible to be a PC fanboy in the same way that there are console fanboys? Well, let me clarify something. Not everyone who plays on a console is a console fanboy. Just because you have an Xbox doesn't mean you're an Xbox fanboy. Just because you have a Nintendo Switch 2 doesn't mean you're a Nintendo fanboy. And just because you have a PlayStation 5 doesn't make you a Sony fanboy or Sony pony, as people tend to say. You know, it all depends on your approach to it.
Do you have extreme brand loyalty?
And feel a need to defend the multi-billion-dollar corporation that doesn't even know you exist? If so, you're a fanboy. But couldn't someone equally be a fanboy of PC gaming? No, and let me explain why. Because there is no one monolithic PC gaming company or brand. There simply isn't. One you might think of is NVIDIA.
It's because of artificial intelligence. AI, 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 AI.
NVIDIA does make graphics chipsets, but those are often sent out to other companies to put on their own graphics boards. For example, in the background here, you can see that I have a couple gigabyte graphics cards set up with chipsets from NVIDIA. I have purchased graphics cards with chipsets from AMD before, but at the moment, AMD is just not offering anything on the same level that I can get from NVIDIA, so I'm kind of stuck. I'm keeping an eye on Intel, but again, they're more in the budget frame. Oh, but look at this. Here's a graphics card from Asus. That's a different company. Oh, and look at this. Here's a graphics card from MSI. That's a different company as well. I have a box back there for a motherboard from MSI. The motherboard in my current gaming PC is from Asus. The RAM is from some company I hadn't really heard of before. I just wanted RAM that did not have RGB on it because I'm getting kind of tired of RGB. The current graphics card on my system comes from Gigabyte with an NVIDIA 5080 chipset in there. I have a Sound Blaster sound card in there, that's a different company. And then I have all sorts of other parts. I have fans, I have an all-in-one cooler, I have an AMD Ryzen 7 9800X 3D CPU from AMD. There are a whole bunch of companies involved. I have a controller from Razer. I just recently tried to replace it with the GameSurge G7, but wasn't totally sold, so I'm sticking with the Razer. Razer is another company. My keyboard is by 8-Bit Do. My speakers are from Vizio. My earbuds are from Sony. My headphones are from HyperX. My monitors are from two different companies that I can't think of at the moment. My gaming setup represents arguably well over a dozen companies. So how could you call a PC gamer a fanboy when just about every PC gamer is in the same situation I am? They've got a computer gaming setup representing a wide variety of different companies. When my Intel 14700K CPU started to degrade on me and I saw that Intel was denying the whole situation and refusing refunds and RMAs, I decided it was time to jump ship and I bought AMD. Again, I will jump ship based on the quality of the product. I don't care so much about the brand. Yes, I want a trusted brand, but at the same time, I don't have brand loyalty. If AMD were to come out with a graphics card that can compete on that 80 series level that NVIDIA releases, such as the 5080, then I would definitely give that a look and might go ahead and jump from NVIDIA to AMD. I jumped from Intel to AMD. I jump around when it comes to motherboards, when it comes to RAM, when it comes to fans, when it comes to controllers, when it comes to keyboards, when it comes to all sorts of stuff. It's impossible to say I'm a fanboy of any of it. But aha, you may be saying, but wait, Fox, you're a fanboy of Valve and Steam. Not quite. I've criticized Steam before. Steam has taken a lot of criticism. In the not too distant past, Steam was mostly criticized for not having a refund policy. But guess what? They brought one, and now we have it. Steam was recently criticized for caving into the credit card companies and censoring and removing a lot of games. When Steam released the Steam Machine, we told them it wasn't ready, most of us didn't buy it, and it flopped. When Steam released that Steam controller that I have on display over there, again, that one flopped. I bought that used just for display. I didn't like it either because it doesn't have a second analog stick. You see, PC gamers are more worried about the actual product and not the brand recognition. We don't care what brand it is so much as we do about the quality of the product itself. If AMD is offering a better CPU for less money than Intel, then I imagine most PC gamers will jump ship if they can afford to do so, because you do also have to replace your motherboard, and you might want to get new RAM at the same time, depending on what kind of RAM you have and if you're moving up a generation. Long story short, with my gaming setup representing a wide variety of different companies, many of which I jump ship from one to the other and sometimes back again, how could you say I'm a PC fanboy? PC isn't a monolithic entity. It's not really possible to be a PC gamer fanboy. Now, sure, you could, I guess, in theory, be a fanboy of Steam, but I haven't seen very many. Most people that love Steam love it because of all the good stuff it's doing for them, but at the same time, they'll criticize it when Valve is doing something that's not so great. And again, remember, the Steam Machine and the original Steam controller, both those things flopped hard and most people criticized it. No one was jumping on the bandwagon saying, oh no, it's from Valve, we have to like it guys because we're Valve fanboys. That didn't happen. PC gamers rejected it, and they both flopped. On top of all that, when Steam released the incredibly popular Steam Deck, they decided that it's yours to do with what you want, and you can do whatever you want with it. You can install Windows on it if you want. You can go into the BIOS and change the settings. You can go into desktop mode and install any software you want. You can do with the Steam Deck what you want because it's yours. It's not a walled garden like the consoles are. It's not like the Switch 2. It's not locked down to where only Valve stuff works on it. That's what Nintendo does with the Switch 2. That's what Sony does with their PlayStation. If they don't approve of it, it's not on the console. PC is very different. Even if an indie developer for some reason can't get their game on Steam or another storefront, and by the way, I have multiple storefronts on my computer. I mainly use Steam, but I also have Epic. I have had Origin, not much reason to have it now. I also have another one that I can't think of the name of. Oh yeah, PC Game Pass. I'm also taking advantage of that for the free games with the subscription, and I've had a few others like GOG and some other things like that. But no, Valve doesn't lock down their hardware. When they release the Steam Machine, at least the new breed of these coming out in the next couple months, you're going to be able to do what you want with it. If you want to uninstall the Linux that comes pre-installed and install Windows instead, you can. You can put whatever you want on it. You're not bound by Valve's rules. That's a big difference between PC and console. If a game isn't on the store, you can't get it on your console without jailbreaking it. But if a game isn't on any official store on PC, you could still go to any other source and download it. You could download it straight from the author's website. I've done that a few times. It's occasionally risky, but as long as you trust it, you can download games that normally don't make it anywhere like Steam or other storefronts. And again, I'm sorry, but if you're a console fanboy, if you pick a brand and you simp for that corporation, I think that's pathetic. Don't do that. Okay, if you think the Switch 2 is the greatest thing ever, that's fine. Have your reasons for it, enjoy your Switch 2. But please don't simp for Nintendo. Don't simp for Microsoft. Don't simp for Sony. These multi-billion-dollar companies don't even know you exist and they don't care. All they care about is getting your money. You could say the same thing about Valve and Steam, and again, in many ways that is true, but at the same time, we're getting much better deals for the most part on Steam than many people are on consoles. Console game prices tend to be higher, especially Nintendo. Nintendo's pushing all sorts of crap. Higher priced games, their horribly litigious lawfare approach to trying to sue everyone into oblivion even when they know their lawsuits are bogus. There are lots of reasons not to like many of these companies. So please, stop simping for them. Don't be a fanboy. I'm begging you. Thank you so much for joining me as always. If you like the content, like it or dislike it, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you want to see more of this, and as always, my friends, I will see you next time. Later, guys.